Pencil is writing our name. And please don't forget your teacher's code. Look up on the board because your teacher's code is different. Once you have your name, pencils go back in the cup. Supply manager, I will be calling for the cups. Everybody else, you're going to take your paper, you're going to flip it over. The other thing we're going to do is a fold to give us the invisible line. Now today's fold is going to go horizontally, kind of like a hot dog bun. So once you flip it over, you're going to take the top, fold it down to the bottom. Now remember, this is already flipped over, so yes, I am going to see my name when I flip it up, when I fold it over. Give me your crease. Crease, remember to press it hard. Open it back up. And then our invisible line, which is our fold, is showing us where the sky is and where the wheat field is, because you don't want to make too much sky or too much wheat field. You want to have an even amount. So that's why we're giving us the invisible line. Now, when I call, the supply managers will then get our tray. Our trays are going to have...
An interruption. Mrs. Pittman, if you could buzz the front office, please. Mrs. Pittman, buzz the front office. Thank you.
Is going to have 6 different colors. We have green, we have a mustard yellow, a light brown, purple, white, and blue. The 3 colors in the back are for the sky. The 3 colors in the front are for the wheat. So, okay, painting the wheat field is what we're starting with. So I'm going to move mine down here so you can just see the bottom half of my paper. Now again, excuse me, we're working with our green, our yellow, and our brown. So supply manager, we'll give everybody a brush, put the house off to the side, and my paint's a little, let me dry it off. We are going to start with our yellow. Now it looks like a mustard color because I want it to be a dark color. That's the color of wheat. From that crease, and I drew a line in the crease because that's where I need to stop, to the bottom of your paper. This is where we are painting with the yellow. Obviously, you're not just going to do that spot. You're going to fill the rest in. So that is the part of the wheat. Now I've done the mustard yellow, which is the background of the wheat. Going to wash this off. Make sure I get all my paint off. Now we're going to use the brown and the green to go over. And this is just creating that movement that we discussed last week with his Vincent van Gogh's own artwork. So watch how I do this because we're not going to be painting over it. You're going to dip in green and I'm going to create the movement with my brush strokes. You can see I'm making little lines up like the wheat. And I'm going in different directions. Some are going left, some are going right, but I'm trying to give it movement with my brush. Now we're not just doing green, so we don't want to fill the hole in. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the brown. I have used the yellow, I've used the green, I've used the brown. Those are my 3 colors for the wheat. Now, depending on time, we may stop here. So if we do have to stop here, make sure that you put your brush up. If we are continuing to go, then I will bring you back and we'll go into the second part of our painting on the wheat field. Second grade, we are going to be painting our wheat field with crow's sky. Now, you will get your folder. That will be the Masterpiece Manager. Masterpiece Manager will open the folder. Remember, they have names, so look for the student's name. Give them their paper. Now, last week we worked on the wheat field. We used the green and brown to show movement within the wheat. Today, we're going to be above the wheat, working on the sky. We are still using our brush to show movement, but we're going to be using our brush in a different way to show movement. Now we have purple, blue, and white. Those are the 3 colors we're going to be using today. Listen carefully because we have an order and a placement for each color. So supply manager will be getting your tray, giving everybody a brush, put the house off to the side. And the first color we're going to start with is the purple. The purple is going to be going at the top of your paper. So watch how I take my brush and I'm going to be painting the purple sky. Do you see how I made a curved line and it's pretty high on my paper? It is not touching the yellow. Once I've drawn my line, that's going to show me where I'm painting because I'm painting above the line. When I put my brush on the paper, watch how I move my brush. If you can see me, I am moving in a circular motion to show movement within that storm like Vincent van Gogh did. Now, it's okay if I go on the line. I just don't want to go below that. So I'm using a circular motion. I'm just painting circles over circles over circles. Keep going. Once I do that with purple, going across, my purple is compared to the rest of the sky. I still have a huge area because we have 2 more colors. Once I do purple, next I'm going to blue. I'm going to do the same thing with blue, but I'm going under the purple. So I'm going to actually start on the corner where my yellow is, draw another line, and it's going all the way to the other corner where my yellow is. So I started and then stopped on each edge. Now I'm painting from the blue line going up to the purple. Whoops, make sure I dip in the right color. And I'm still doing that circular motion. If I get a little of that purple in my blue on my paper, that's fine. Doesn't matter if they mix. I just don't want to cover the purple up. So again, I'm going circular motions to make it look like that sky has movement. Then going to my last color. Now, white, you need to make sure that your paintbrush is completely clean. Like I see a little paint still right there. So I'm going to keep washing and dabbing on my sponge to make sure most of my paint off. So the last color we're going to dip into is our white. And we're going to do the same thing. Now, I don't need to draw a line because there's one space left for my white, which is this open space. So I'm going to be using my paintbrush. Same way, circular. And so you should see that the movement is in a circular motion like a storm is coming in on our paper. Now you should have your purple, your blue, and your white